How's it going, Pisces? Welcome to the channel. My name is Robin and this is AriesFireTarot. I'm going to do a bit of a different kind of reading for you this week. I'm going to focus on a reading that is called What's Ahead of Me. So I'm going to pull out 4 cards. The first card is going to be what you need to leave behind. The second one is what you must confront. The third one is going to be for what you need to know. And the fourth will be what you will attain by dealing with some stuff that you might have going on. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing great. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. For this reading, I'm going to be using the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition cards. These are beautiful cards and they give me some really clear insight into what's going on. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, you guys. I do take clients. All my info is in the description box, but other than that, I hope this resonates with you. If it doesn't, it's for somebody else on the channel, so just feel free to forget it and take what works for you. So, okay, so the first card I'm going to pull is what you need to leave behind. So I'm going to do a deck cut and pull that card, actually. Interesting. So I've got the Magician card for you. What you need to leave behind is the Magician. So the Magician is generally about being able to do whatever you want, when you want it, creating your own life. And definitely the impression that I'm getting from this card is that you might be not considering the people around you when you're making decisions. Like doing what you think is best for yourself. And that's great. But if you're involved with, like if you're responsible for, or if you're in a partnership with other people, that might not always work. So like the message that I'm getting from this card is to be a little bit more conscientious of the people around you and maybe start asking for input instead of just sort of plowing ahead and doing whatever you want and making your own moves and like that kind of happening. So that is what the universe is saying that should be left behind. That kind of, ooh, and I got the word selfish. Ouch. I mean, and it's okay to do that in certain situations, and this may not apply to all of you, but there's something, some of you are, and possibly taking other people for granted, taking it for granted that they might agree with you when they don't. And some of you might have the mindset that it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. So that's what I'm getting from that card right now, the Magician. So the next card is what you need to confront. So I've got the 8 of Coins here. So the 8 of Coins is, this is related to like studying and like doing an on-the-job training, going back to school, taking an apprenticeship. And I see some of you could be possibly dragging your heels on that. Some of you might think that you're too tired to go back to school, or you think that you're fine just the way you are, and you probably are. But if you want to go ahead and like increase, like get to the next level, it looks like you're going to have to like basically suck it up and hit the books or work a little bit harder. So some of you might be really struggling with getting that done, and you might want to look at why that is. Sometimes we have a perception that, you know, people with a lot of money, they're not the nicest people, so that could be stopping you. There's something going on, like a learned behavior that possibly, you know, a parent or somebody in your family. So, you know, all rich people are, they're not nice people, or money is the root of all evil. And that could be keeping you from really excelling. You know, money's not the root of all evil. You know, money's just here for us to use, right? So, you know, money could be used for bad purposes, but it's the person behind the money that's doing it. It's not the money itself. Money is just a tool. So you can just let that go and maybe look into that a little bit and see why you might feel like that. Like the biggest snowplow I've ever seen in my life just drove by. I cannot believe how big that thing was. Off to the side. Anyway, so what you need to know, I pulled the King of Coins here for you. So this would be Pentacles in a regular tarot deck, right? So the King of Pentacles, this is somebody that is a self-made person. They do whatever it takes to attain their goals. So what you need to know with this card is, if you're really stuck and not wanting to hit the books or try a little harder, you know, to get that promotion, that raise or whatever, you're the only one that can do this with the King of Coins. Like, you know, it would be nice if somebody sort of magically gave you everything, right? But it doesn't quite happen like that. You have to put in the effort, and that's what the King of Coins is here to tell you. You have to put in the effort. The universe will reward you, but you have to make a visible effort or be in service or do something worth being rewarded. I mean, not all of us were born like a millionaire or whatever, you know what I mean? So if you want to get there, you're going to have to absolutely do something about it. And that's what the King of Coins does. Like if you think of a really self-made person, like I'm in Canada, so I automatically think of Michael Weckerly because he just built this empire from nothing and he did it himself, right? So it is possible. You can do it. You just need to put down whatever preconceived notions you might have about successful people or money. There's lots of YouTube and Google things out there for you guys to sort of look at your perceptions and how they could be not working the best for you, right? So I've got the Nine of Coins here, Nine of Pentacles. This is a card that is all about being successful, and just having everything you want. Coins, obviously related to material wealth. This would be Pentacles in a traditional tarot deck. This is just a really good indication of, you know, how successful you could be, but definitely you need to put the work into it. If you're kind of letting year after year go by and say, oh, well, you know, I'll start that one day. You know, one day has to be today. You know, today I'll do this. Today I'm going to take one small step towards my goal. Do something every day that your future self will be grateful for, because you do have a great big payoff here. And the coins are related to every kind of abundance, like your health, your wealth, your love life, you know, everything. So not just about money, you know, and so you do have to put in a little bit of work, you guys. But you can definitely get yourself into a higher level as far as income and being happy, and you can leave your past behind that you're not really happy in, but you're skeptical of this abundant future, but then you want it at the same time. So you're in a bit of a conundrum. So I definitely think you need to be reflecting on what your own personal stumbling block could be. Lots of meditations. Jason Stevenson's really good for that, you guys, on YouTube. Power Thoughts Meditation Clubs. You Are Creators. I'm not affiliated with these guys at all. That's who I use in my own spiritual practice, so I like to recommend them because they're amazing. So anyway, you guys, you have a really big, abundant future here. You just have to do a little bit of work, like on a spiritual level, and again on the material level, like which is our human plane. So I hope that all makes sense to you guys. Let me know what you think of the reading, and definitely if you have ideas for a future reading, I'm happy to do that for you. So let me know in the comments, and remember to subscribe while you're here. Take care, you guys. Peace out.